Hi, I'm Iron Grip Dave, and today we're talking about basically how your body works. And this is going to be an overview just to understand the basic premise of what happens when you eat. So, what happens really is you end up eating a piece of food, you put it in your mouth, and you chew it with your teeth, which is the beginning of the digestion process. So, as soon as you put the food in your mouth, what happens is it gets broken down by your teeth by grinding it. The saliva, which is amylase, tries to break down it even more to turn into basically a ball. So when you chew, it's going to turn into a ball and help go down your throat when you swallow it. And your esophagus will bring it down all the way to your stomach. There's a sphincter at the end of the esophagus. It opens up and releases into your stomach. So what happens when your stomach, your stomach churns it. It doesn't do anything else. The digestion doesn't happen in the stomach. It is broken down with the acid, which is HCl, hydrochloric acid, that you have in your stomach, and it's very acidic. It has a high pH. It starts breaking down whatever you ate more, so it can be absorbed. So when digestion occurs actually in the intestines, not in the stomach. The stomach just breaks it down through the acid and all that stuff, so it can pass through. So it releases through another sphincter, and it goes to your sigmoid colon or small intestine, and it goes there. And what happens there is it is drained from all the nutrients from it, from the walls of the intestine. So it pulls out all the vitamins it can, and it takes out the water, in essence. So what happens is it tries to dry everything and take everything out of it. So you have basically feces. So it's just a dry thing. So it just absorbs all the nutrients through the wall, the lining of the intestines, and it's absorbed through your whole body. So that's what happens. Usually protein takes longer to break down because it's more complex structure. Carbs and sugars take longer too, but protein more because it's more dense. So basically, with digestion, that's just like a quick overview, the simplest way to happen, and then you just release the excess. The nutrients get in your body, and your body uses them. Whatever you do not, you just defecate out. So the point of that is just this quick overview of what when you eat, what happens when it goes through your system. When people diet, they try to cut calories, they try to cut fats, saturated fats. They try to make everything to make it more, more convenient for their diet so they can lose the optimal amount of weight. But the thing is, losing weight is not like if I just eat healthy stuff, I'm going to lose weight. You cut your calories, yeah, you will lose weight. But your body is just tricky. It has triggers, it has hormones, it has sensors that are released from your body, from your brain actually, and your glands for certain things to fill you up. It's released from glands and hormones. When you're hungry, the same thing, the same triggers. But the thing is, when we eat to live or we live to eat. I don't know. That's what people say, But I enjoy food as a crutch because I like it. It makes me feel happy. It's just the same way as someone who smokes a cigarette. You eat food, you get the first hit, and what happens is your senses feel enjoyment. You associate pleasure with food. You associate pleasure with cigarettes, cocaine, alcohol, whatever it is, and that's why people become addicts. Food addicts. Addict might be a strong term, but that's what happens. You become addicted to certain things like soda, other stuff. That's why people who drink soda, they love soda, because the first hit, what happens is you have in your tongue, you have channels, sugar, sodium channels, all this stuff. So whenever you taste sugar, the channels open up, the sugar fills the space, and it sends messages to your brain, which is the high, and your brain will release chemicals to make you feel like happy for certain things. So that's what happens when the sugar channels are open. When you drink soda or you eat candy or whatever it is, the sugar channels are open. And then if you eat more sugar, you ever drink soda and it has no taste after a while because the channels are open. And you can't taste any more sugar until those channels close again and it happens again. That's why like the first hit of like when you drink soda or if you eat something sweet or whatever is the best because the channels are closed, boom, they get hit. You know what I mean? So that's what your body has, these tricky mechanisms, and it's just the biochemistry of your body and the way you're built. You're probably wondering why I'm talking about this. The point is basically is these little things are going to help us work on our diet. These things are going to help us realize what we're doing wrong and how to fix it. For instance, if I know I like soda, and the first hit's going to get me crazy, you know what I mean, because of the sugar. I know I could drink a sip of soda, that'd probably be the best. But if I keep drinking it, I'm going to lose the taste of it because the sugar channels are open. So I could just take a sip of soda. I don't have to really cut soda out of my life as much. It matters how strict your diet wants to be or your regimen. But you can enjoy a can of soda. It just probably won't be like a lot of it. So, you know, the same thing when you eat food. You know, people love pizza. But if you really think, they put sugar in the sauce. The same thing, so you get the kick. You know, there's little things they put in things to make us addicted, and we don't really think about it every day. So that's what the thing is. If you realize how your body works and you understand about the principles of the body and the functions of certain things, then you can realize how to fix it to your goal. And the thing is, there's secrets like when you eat, you know. Some people crave salty things. Some people crave sour things. Some people crave certain things. And I'm always for give your body what it needs, because through evolution or just years and years of being on this earth, our body makes every chemical we need. You know, it makes insulin, it makes cholesterol, it makes everything, it makes proteins into amino acids. It does everything we can do, you know what I mean? And it's automatic, you know? You don't even need basically you have Pfizer and Merck in your body, you know? Your body makes those chemicals, those pills they sell you automatically. So it's just the way you're bioengineered is that your body does all this stuff. But the thing is, on the diet thing, on the aspect of it, which I wanted to talk about, which I kind of overviewed on everything, is just basically when you eat something, it's the response you get on it. So it's a cause and effect motion. So if I eat something I like, I'm going to have a positive effect. If I eat something I don't like, I'm going to have a negative effect. The thing is, we're conditioning ourselves like Pavlov and his dog. You know, when he rang the bell, the dog salivated, you know, and over the food. And the same thing with us. We're conditioned. We're conditioned through years of growing up, through our families, and all this other thing. And that's what it is. That's why diets never work. Diets never work because it's a diet. It's a short term. You're not conditioning your mind and your body and your soul and everything else to prime it for what you need to do. And that's why if you prime yourself and you find enjoyment in certain things like food, healthy food, if you find enjoyment in healthy food and you make healthy food taste good, you'll like it. You'll most likely stick to your diet. If you find joy in exercise, you will succeed in exercise. The thing is finding the point, because everybody's different. Some people like coffee. They love coffee in the morning. They need it. I don't drink coffee. You know, I like water. You know, sometimes I get sick of water. I put a Crystal Light. I put something in there. People say that's bad, whatever it is. But you know what? It makes it more doable for me where I won't go to something that's far worse like soda or other things, you know? But you got to find what your thing is, your niche. Everybody has a niche. That's why diets are so hard, because everybody's an individual. We're snowflakes. Everybody has certain keys and triggers for certain things. If you're going to diet, it's not a diet. Just take that out of your head. You know what I mean? You're making yourself better. You're making yourself who you want to be, and you want to be on this earth. When you consider those facts, that's what it is. Because nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to get sick. We're basically ensuring our health. Trying to, you know. There's so much you can do, but basically that's what we're trying to do. That's the whole point of a diet or exercise or any regimen, is to make us stronger, healthier, and better. So we can do things. We don't want to get older and be on a couch and wonder what happened, you know, to us, and we can't do anything, you know. I see people that get elderly and they let their muscles atrophy by just sitting, not doing anything, and they give up because you become depressed. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins and chemicals in your mind. They make you happy. They make you stronger. They make you feel so good. It's drugs. Your body's making drugs to get you high. And that's just off exercise. You know what I mean? And that's what the point is. The point is, the most important thing is when you look back and you see your life, what did you do? And it took me a long time to come to this point. That's why it's kind of important to me, because growing up, I always thought I was morbidly obese. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was fat. I thought I was all those things, you know? And people, you know, they don't show how they really feel, you know? People put up fronts and pretend like everything's hunky-dory. But I've been there, you know? I thought I was fatter than I was. My mental image of what I looked like wasn't realistic at all. It took me until I gained a huge amount of weight. I'm talking over 100 pounds. For me to wish that I looked the way I looked before, which is sad. I wasted my whole youth thinking I was fat, no girl would like me. Nobody would want to be with me, you know what I mean? That I was less of a person because I was fat. I would wear a jacket all year round to cover my body. I wouldn't want to participate in gym. I would just keep myself away from people, you know? Because I was just really hated myself, you know? And I was like 180. I was just average, you know what I mean? But, you know, as teenagers, you want to fit into certain groups or whatever it is. And teenagers are cruel. They tease, they make fun of, and all that stuff. But the whole point was, it took me until I graduated high school to realize people liked me. I looked good. I didn't feel like I looked good. I never felt like I looked good. I never felt attractive. You know, and that's very dangerous. If you don't have confidence in yourself and you don't feel attractive to yourself, you're going to make bad choices. You might settle for somebody that's beneath you because you don't feel like you're worth anything. You know? You might punish yourself with food, drugs, alcohol. Just do bad things because you don't think you're worth it. You know, people could give you compliments, say, oh, you look good, you're awesome, you're amazing. But if you don't feel it inside, it's not going to work. And it took me years. You know, I gained a lot of weight. You know, because it's easy to gain weight because you get lost in the moment. You get lost into what you feel at that moment. You want to punish yourself. You want to just seclude yourself. Could just go in your room and just hide away from the world because you don't want to deal with it. You know, that's why it's so easy to get away from people. You know, just be antisocial. Just stay away from them and accept your things. And you look at yourself and you think you look the same. Your mind will play a picture in your head and you think you look the same, but you don't. I was wearing jogging suit pants for years. I wouldn't wear any jeans. I wouldn't wear anything. I wouldn't even wear shirts. I'd just wear these big 4X, 5X shirts. And I felt comfortable because I felt that I was hiding everything, you know? I wore jogging suit pants. I couldn't even wear anything with a button, you know? It was disgusting. And I didn't know I was that big. I really didn't. And people would be nice, you know? People wouldn't tell you, hey, you're fat, you're going to die, you know? They'd be, oh, you know, they'd just overlook it. They would accept you. That's great, you know? That's really good in society. That's awesome. I mean, honestly. Because some people are assholes, you know? And they'll dig in, whatever it is. But I really didn't know. And I would go on the scale and not see the weight. And I would get discouraged. What I try to do, I know it sounds wrong. People might think it's crazy. But I realized that to lose weight, I would have to use my strongest emotion. Everybody has a strong emotion. I use hatred. I use hatred about how I felt about life and what my life was and what I was going to do with my life. And I used hatred towards whoever wronged me or whatever it was to prove that I would be better. I would be better than everybody. And I would go and I would just go to the gym and exercise. It was the first month, second month, third month. It was just, I felt like I was going through a hamster wheel. It was going in circles. Like, no joke. It was just going in circles and I didn't feel a difference, you know? I didn't see difference. I didn't see anything. The scale weight dropped. But I felt like just a smaller blob, you know? But it took a while because then people started complimenting me. and they saw something I didn't see. And they wanted me to be a spokesperson for the gym for losing so much weight in such a little time. But just the self-hate stopped that. I was like, no, that's embarrassing. I don't want people... I didn't want to act like that point in my life existed. Like, I wasn't that person. You know what I mean? Our mind just tries to cut those things, those memories out. Because you never want to look at yourself in a bad way. It took me years to realize that I needed that. I needed to be really fat, 300-something pounds, to appreciate being 180, to appreciate 200, to even appreciate 250 pounds. Even though it's obese, that's fat. It took me 307 to appreciate those things. It took me just simple things to appreciate what I had. And the point of the story is, when we eat, we eat. We don't make it a ritual. We don't make things certain rituals in our lives. We go to the bathroom because we have to. That's basically it. We go to sleep because we have to. But when it comes to eating, we don't eat because we have to eat the right way. We don't exercise because we have to exercise the right way. It's more of a negotiation with ourselves to exercise or eat the right way. And that's what the problem is. And the whole point of this thing was, when you wake up in the morning, you brush your eyes off, or everybody has a different ritual. People brush their teeth, whatever. You wake up in the morning, just take a second. Seriously, just take 1 second and just realize, you know what? It's basically a mantra, You're special, and it's your life. It's somebody else's life. It's not your wife, your husband's, your kids. No, it's your life. At the end of the day, you're a person. You know what I mean? When you're 90 years old in a rocking chair and you're looking back at your life, it's what you accomplished. It makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to drive in a used car their whole life. And nobody wants to drive in a messed up body their whole life. So you have the power to make yourself the best you can be. Or whatever you want to be. If you want to be fat, you can be fat, which is easy. If you want to be skinny, you can be skinny. It's just taking what you have and using the right tools. That's why diets, it's so hard. People cut calories. You're cutting calories on food. You're going to get tired. You're going to get sluggish. It's going to be negative effects on you at the end. And that's going to really hamper your results. The thing is, you want to find joy in eating healthy. You want to find joy in being full. You want to find joy in walking outside. You want to find joy in exercising. You want to make buddies and friends with the same goals as you. You know what I mean? I used to go with my friend, and we're both obese, and we'd go to a buffet, and we would just, because he ate a lot, I ate a lot. It was just a contest, subconsciously. We'd just knock it out, you know what I mean? And the thing is with exercise, you want to put yourself with like-minded people. You want to be in a group. You want to be in a support system. Well, it'll help you achieve your goals, And it's for you at the end of the day, because you could reverse diabetes. When they take your blood test, when you go to the doctor, before you start any exercise, you should go to the doctor and find out exactly what's going on with you. I took a blood test. What happened was, they're like, oh, your A1C is high. You're diabetic. I'm like, no, I'm not diabetic. Sure, my body fluctuates. I lost weight. I gained weight 1,000,000 times. But there's no way I'm diabetic. I might eat sugar, like for a month straight, cookies and candy and all that stuff. But the next month, when I get ready into my exercise thing, I'm going to be clean, But A1C, which people don't know, it's an estimate of 6 months value when you take a blood test. And the doctors want to throw drugs at you and all that stuff. I didn't take any of that stuff. They gave me metformin or whatever the hell it was. I didn't take any of that stuff. I was like, I'm not diabetic. I know for a fact I'm not diabetic, I exercised and I just did what I always did. The stuff disappeared. You know what I mean? And that's what it is with health and life and all that stuff. You feel what you put in. You are what you eat, they say. You are what you feel. If you feel like crap, you're going to look like crap. If you feel good about yourself, you're going to look good. There's clothes I have in my closet. I swear to God, I spent so much money on them. I never wear them. I'm like, when I lose weight, I'm going to wear those things. And I just wear my comfortable clothing, which are like my joggers and all that stuff. They're uncomfortable, my fat boy clothes, I call them. And they shield me. They're like a security blanket when you're a kid. They're the fat boy clothes, And my good clothes are hanging in the closet. And sometimes I try to put them on and they don't fit, and it just discourages me. But you know what? I will fit into them. I know I talked off your ear, but the whole thing was I wanted to just get an insight on how to perceive certain things and just the mindset of what you should take in. Eating healthy is not hard. It's not. Just find anything you like. You know if it's healthy or not, If it's in a box, it's probably not healthy. You know what I mean? It's preservatives, all that stuff. Greens are healthy. Think about animals. What do they eat? You think they go to Shop and Save, Walmart, Target, whatever it is, they go grocery shopping? No, they eat stuff that's right there, that's accessible, And that's what it is, Everybody's different. Some people work good on meat and protein. Some people work good in the veggie lifestyle. People work good in certain things. You're going to have to play with your body and find out what works good for you. If you need coffee is a staple, you know what I mean? Drink your coffee, but cut the sugar out. You might not like coffee, but hey, you can find some other things to put in there just to get you through it. And find the right calories for your lifestyle and what you want to weigh. And just, some people, sometimes you put them in these machines and you try to do these apps and all this, and calories start out really low, like 1,300. You know what I mean? Just start off a little higher, you know what I mean? At least 500 higher or whatever it is, and try it. If you gain weight, you're not supposed to be there. If you're maintaining weight, that's good. It matters how active your lifestyle is too. But that's how it is. That's how you figure something out. Then if you're not losing weight, you got to cut your calories more. Or you change your exercise because your body's adaptive. You know what I mean? If you walk all the time, you can walk. If you lift weights all the time, your body can lift weights. If you do some exercises. That's why you never see a bodybuilder play a different sport or a basketball player play football. Their bodies are primed for that activity and that sport. And it's harder for them to excel in those things because they didn't do it. That's where like cross-training and other things come in. You want to confuse your body, put your body under tension. You want to confuse your body so different muscles work and you get a different response. You know what I mean? If you keep benching, you keep squatting, you keep doing the same thing, your body's used to it. And injuries do occur because your body's used to that. You just want to change up your body, work on your core, do stuff with your body weight. Your body weight's the most important thing because you know what? When you're moving your whole life, you're not going to be moving weights around you. You're not going to be carrying dumbbells. You're not going to be carrying dumbbells. You're going to be carrying your body weight, whatever your body weight is. That's what you're going to carry the majority of your life is your body weight. So you should just prime your body to carry your body weight so it can be used to it. And you can use it the most constructive and healthy way to help you. And when it comes to food, I know I'm probably going on a rant. The food is this simple. If you don't want to eat, gargle. I mean, totally brush your teeth, gargle. You have that nasty alcohol taste from the gargle, the mouthwash, the toothpaste. You're not going to want to eat anything. And drink some water. Water will fill you up. You drink some water, whatever it is. If you don't want to eat, it's after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever you don't want to eat, you do that. You know what I mean? Or if you're going to eat at night, just something protein-rich, heavy, dense, with fiber, low on the carbs, so it'll keep you full. And that's why when you wake up in the morning, eat the biggest meal for breakfast, because that's what you're going to use. You're going to use that for energy throughout your whole day, and that's what you're going to use. Have a big breakfast. I know some people, I never used to eat breakfast. I would just go throughout the day, don't eat breakfast, and just binge at night. Or have one big meal at dinner, you know what I mean? And you're sleeping and turning to fat. Eat the biggest breakfast you can. Try to eat throughout the day, you know what I mean? Snacks, stuff like that to keep your metabolism up. We want you to be the best you could be because you have one life. And, all the most important people I love died. And it's the men die faster, it seems like, than the women from stress and all this other stuff. But the thing is, our health is the key for our longevity, You never see rich people wanting to die because they have money. They want to live forever. Poor people, they're dying and they don't really care, you know what I mean? Because they're poor. They're used to suffering. Their life is a certain way. The thing is, you have all the time in the world. I don't care if you're 70, 80 years old, 90 years old, 60, 50, whatever it is, 40. If you think about it, you could lose I've lost 100 pounds in less than a year. In 1 year, think about 1 year and how old you are. How fast does a year really go? This year is almost over. So I just wanted to say this, get this out, and I hope everybody uses at least conditioning the proper way to condition yourself to succeed in anything you do. This is just not just for diet. This is for your life. You could use successful conditioning in everything you do. Just associate certain things in your mind with happiness and happy feelings, and it's just getting rid of those bad habits, and that's how you do it. And I hope you like it. I hope you like this video. I really wanted to go step by step and do it, so I figured I would start with something small about the mind. I really wanted to go in depth and do all that stuff, but it probably takes too much time. This is already running too long. But hopefully we could do step by step and figure out what we're going to do together, and hope we can lose weight, keep it off, and be the healthiest we can be, And thank you for watching, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.